The House of Representatives yesterday passed landmark legislation to pay for some $4.6 billion in settlements with American Indians and black farmers who say they face discrimination and mistreatment from the government. What's new? Lawmakers voted 256 to 152 to send the measure to President Obama, whose regime brokered the settlements over the past year. The package would reward some $3.4 billion to American Indians over claims they were cheated out of royalties overseen by the Interior Department for resources like oil, gas, and timber. Another $1.2 billion with a B. None of this money we have, by the way, would go to African Americans who claim they were unfairly denied loans and other assistance from the Agriculture Department. These settlements have broad bipartisan support, but had stalled on Capitol Hill over costs until the Senate broke a stalemate earlier this month. You know, speaking of bipartisan, and just to illustrate the phoniness of Obama on this, if Obama really wants to be bipartisan, then why not press for some of the things for which there's actual bipartisan support, like extending the Bush tax cuts for everybody? Tax rates for everybody. That's got Republican and Democrat support. Why not find a way to fund the extension of unemployment benefits in accordance with PAYGO, which Republicans and even some Democrats want, i.e. pay for it? Cut something else in the budget, or take the money from unspent TARP or Porculus funds. There's plenty of opportunities here for real bipartisanship. That's not what he's interested in at all. And this just makes the point. But now back to this business of the House passing landmark legislation to pay for some $4.6 billion in settlements with American Indians and black farmers who say they face discrimination. Here are some interesting numbers. There are 18,000 black farmers alive in America. Yet 84,000 African Americans applied for money under this is the Pigford settlement is what this is called. 18,000 black farmers, but 84,000 African Americans applied for free money, Obama money, under this bill. Now, something doesn't add up. All 84,000 got the money, but there are only 18,000 farmers. This was a settlement for discrimination against black farmers. And 84,000 African Americans got some money. And the something not right here leads all the way to the Obama Oval Office. If this did not involve African Americans, this could become the number one political story of next year. Because this is corruption right out in front of everybody's eyes. The left is celebrating today the fact that it found a creative way to pass reparations. That's what this is. Steve King, Republican from Iowa, said so. And the left is just beside themselves over this. Here's what he said yesterday afternoon on the House floor.
I'm one of the people that's actually read the consent decree from Pigford 1. It starts out with these words: 40 acres and a mule. In truth, we have here the modern-day version of reparations that are going on.
Well, that just doesn't sit well with the Democrats and the media. Reparations. I have used the term reparations previously to describe other Democrat legislation, and the left just goes bonkers over it. They can't deal with it. And the reason is, for some reason, it hits too close to home. Well, what else would you call this? 18,000 black farmers alive, 84,000 black people getting free money from the Obama stash under this settlement, under Pigford. It just doesn't add up. By the way, the Smithsonian Institution has decided to remove that video of ants crawling over Jesus. Did you hear about that, Dawn? At the Smithsonian, which is a museum, somebody submitted a video and they approved it and put it on display of ants crawling all over Jesus. Now, the video has been removed because of public pressure. And somebody said, well, the taxpayers are going to fund the Smithsonian. The taxpayers have every right to expect it. That's not the question. Everybody go, okay, we're giving a big applause, big attaboys for removing it. The question is, how did it get passed in the first place? How did this end up being on display in the first place? And by the way, that number of 84,000 black people, it's still climbing. The number of people that are going to collect on this Pigford stash. And when that suit was originally brought, the suit claimed 2,000 black farmers were affected. That number went from 2,000 to 85,000, and it's still climbing.